Andrew Cuomo's fiery defense of Israel and condemnation of antisemitism in the Hamptons. The recent event featuring former Governor Andrew Cuomo at the Hampton Synagogue in Westhampton offers a compelling window into the ongoing discourse surrounding Israel, antisemitism, and political activism in the United States. This analysis aims to dissect the key points of Cuomo's speech, the context provided by his past and current activities, and the broader implications of his remarks. Cuomo's address at the Hampton Synagogue was marked by a staunch defense of Israel and a vehement condemnation of antisemitism. His speech came against the backdrop of a rise in antisemitic incidents and protests, particularly on college campuses in New York City. Cuomo's rhetoric was unflinching, labeling Hamas as a genocidal terrorist organization and rejecting any notion that they represent legitimate Palestinian interests. This uncompromising stance aligns with his history of strong support for Israel, but it also polarizes opinions, potentially alienating those who advocate for a more nuanced view of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The venue, Rabbi Mark Schneier's synagogue, is noted for attracting high-profile political figures, underscoring the significance of Cuomo's appearance. The synagogue's reputation as a platform for influential voices adds weight to Cuomo's statements, making his speech a notable event in the political and social landscape of the Hamptons. A recurring theme among attendees at the event was speculation about Cuomo's potential return to political office, possibly as a candidate for mayor. This speculation is fueled by his ongoing public engagements and the formation of his nonprofit, Never Again, Now, which runs ads opposing Hamas. Cuomo's re-emergence in the political arena is met with mixed reactions. While he retains a base of supporters, his past controversies and resignation from the governorship amid sexual harassment allegations cast a long shadow. Cuomo's passionate discourse on antisemitism and hate crimes, particularly his critique of the protests on college campuses, is timely. He decries these protests as criminal acts rather than exercises of free speech. This distinction is crucial in the context of rising antisemitic incidents, but it also invites debate about the boundaries between free speech and hate speech. Cuomo's call for stronger enforcement of hate crime laws and the appointment of a special prosecutor, if district attorneys fail to act, is a pointed critique of current legal responses, implicitly targeting figures like District Attorney Alvin Bragg without naming them directly. Cuomo's assertion that antisemitism is an enduring issue requiring vigilance is a sobering reminder of the persistent nature of bigotry. His statement that it is never going to go away reflects a realistic, albeit grim, perspective on the fight against hate. This acknowledgement underscores the importance of continuous education and activism to counteract antisemitism. The event in East Hampton, where residents marched for the return of hostages taken from Israel, adds another layer to the narrative. The participation of figures like rapper Kosher Dills and former U.S. Attorney General Michael Mukasey highlights the community's solidarity with Israel and their active involvement in advocacy efforts. This parallel event underscores the broader communal and activist efforts to support Israel and combat antisemitism. Cuomo's speech and the surrounding events invite broader reflection on the role of political figures in shaping public discourse on contentious issues like the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and antisemitism. His unequivocal support for Israel and condemnation of antisemitism resonate with a significant segment of the population, but also risk deepening societal divisions. The juxtaposition of Cuomo's speech with other high-profile events in the Hamptons, such as fundraisers and engagement announcements, illustrates the complex interplay of politics, celebrity, and activism in this affluent enclave. The broader context of attacks on Jewish students and the settlement of a lawsuit by NYU regarding campus antisemitism further highlights systemic issues within educational institutions. Cuomo's critique of political timidity in addressing hate crimes points to a need for more robust policy responses and leadership willing to confront these challenges head-on. Andrew Cuomo's appearance at the Hampton Synagogue and his impassioned defense of Israel and condemnation of antisemitism reflect his enduring political acumen and ability to galvanize support on critical issues. However, his controversial past and the polarized nature of his rhetoric suggest that any potential return to political office will be fraught with challenges. The events in the Hamptons serve as a microcosm of the larger societal and political debates surrounding Israel, antisemitism, and the role of public figures in addressing these enduring issues.